World Wide Web and others. G'day and welcome back. All right, so we're diving after a little bit of things we've been working on a little while for a handful of our clients as we've been able to do a lot of one-on-ones. And one of the biggest things that we've managed to sort of get our heads around is the detail around squatting. Now, think about what you've been taught when it comes to squatting. When we turn side on, it is weight in your heels, stick your butt out, because we are so shit scared of squatting too much into the knees and causing lumbar flexion. So lumbar flex for me. So lift your heels and lumbar flex. Boom, that, okay? If we put load on the spine and it flexes, that puts a lot of pressure down, particularly on the lumbar spine, as that force sort of transfers through. So we think, let's just stick the butt out, load into the hips, we'll be fine. The big problem people are seeing then is we then also give a cue of keep your chest up, you know, keep your spine straight. So everyone goes like that and we get hyperextension of the lumbar spine, and all of a sudden everyone's coming out of a back squat with a really sore lower back going, oh my God, this is no good for me, all right? Now, the big thing we try and teach with a squat is people to stay directly upright. Why do we do that? Because we lean towards the side of Olympic weightlifting, okay? Do a snatch, do a clean and a jerk, do an overhead squat. It's pretty complex, it's pretty difficult to do, okay? A back squat, a deadlift, that sort of stuff is a lot easier to do. So, if you're going to overhead squat and you're going to pop your arms straight over your head, your torso has to stay upright, because there's no ways that if you lean into your hips too much and stick your bum out, that you're going to hold your body weight plus above your head at these angles, okay? So your torso has to stay directly upright. Now, if you're a longer limbed person like our friend Frangie is over here, you're going to struggle to get depth in that range, okay? And what it requires is not the excuse that you've got long femurs, because I don't want to hear that, okay? It's the ankle range, and that's where a lot of people really struggle with, okay? So Frankie goes down to a squat. She's going to break up, come back up, sorry, I rushed. You're going to break knees first, all right? So knees will break first, weight there, and then give me more knees, and transfer your weight, not down, but forward, even more, and you can see her heels are quivering. That's it, that's on the edge there. And now she's going to externally rotate, push the knees out, and then sink straight down. Change, don't change the load in the hips, okay? Any lower, and she's going to go back into her hips and lose this knee flexion. Out she comes, and same again, knee flexion first, then knees out and straight down, not sitting back, okay? And then driving out, all right? So don't worry about your range getting all the way down and sinking deep into your hips. We want to train knee flexion to get these quads on, external rotation, and then you're still going to get load into the hips. As long as you're not dumping your pelvis under and flexing your lumbar spine, you're still going to drive that load into your hips. You're just going to include your knees and then your quads to generate the forces out of it, okay? And this will set you up big picture for really beautiful overhead squats, catching snatches, etc., etc., all right? So consider that next time you train your squat. We want a lot more knee flexion, really test your ankle range, and then think about that torso being upright rather than just sort of dumping in and hyperextending at the lumbar spine. Go and have a crack.